something sacred I lost. It's too hard to grow, too hard to grow. Finally found what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Does anybody here sleepwalk? Let me know. I don't think I ever have. Maybe when I was a kid. I think I did a few times. I sleep talk for sure. Hi you guys. It's Amanda. As you're joining, say hello. As you're watching the replay, say replay love in the comments below. I'm Amanda, your friendly nourishment expert, here to talk about nourishment reframes all this week. So let me know how you guys have been doing. If you don't know me, I'm Amanda Heisman, nutrition channel, energy embodiment coach, intuitive eating teacher. I love to help women create a joyful and an easy relationship with food and with body. And that's what we're doing all this week with our nourishment reframes. If you have been following along, we talked the first day about being open to new ideas of nourishment, to replacing judgment with curiosity. We talked the second day all about, what did we talk about yesterday? Anything I choose or don't choose is simply research, taking the pressure off of getting it right, or this is wrong, or this food is bad, or this food is good, and just researching what feels good in our body, what works with our tummy, what works with our energy. And today's day 3, and I'm going to dive into today's mantra in a second, but just a word on why these are important is because we are kind of fed constantly with ideas about nutrition, nourishment, our bodies, right, of what should and should not be. And it's important to consciously reframe those ideas for ourselves, like choose our own value system, choose our own belief system, not kind of just, fall victim to these beliefs by default, right, because it's the norm or because it's what society said is the norm. So that's what we're doing. This is all, and I'll tell you a little bit about the embodiment game at the end, but this is exactly what we do in the embodiment game as well, is rewire food and body beliefs with these nourishment reframes, these mantras, and with song and dance as well. So it's really cool, really unique program, a little challenge, a little game that I'm going to tell you about at the end. But today, let me know how these reframes are landing for you guys. And today's reframe is, day 3 is, I recognize the innate wisdom of the divine in me, and I'm sovereign to nourish my own unique body. So let me know how that feels. Even you can repeat it with me, right? I recognize the innate wisdom of the divine in me, and I'm sovereign to nourish my own unique bio-individual body. So this is kind of a twofer. The first part being, I recognize the innate wisdom of the divine in me, right? Like, I recognize that there is something sacred about nourishing myself, and I recognize that I have a higher wisdom inside of me, right? The energy that created the earth is the same energy I can tap into, whatever your word for your higher power is. You have that wisdom inside of you to tap into, to choose what you nourish yourself with. So it's back to trusting yourself. It's back to trusting your body, to have that wisdom to nourish you, no matter what's going on in outside of you, right? Like, no matter who's telling you what, or what expert is saying what, it's you have that wisdom inside of you to tap into. and believing in that and trusting in that. And the more you do your research, the more you tap into that, the more you will trust it, right? The more you'll step into that knowing and that trust over and over again. It's like heal your gut, then trust your gut, right? So let me know what questions you guys have about that. Let me know how that resonates. Part 2, I'm sovereign to nourish my own unique body. So you have, there's some big universal truths about the human body, of course. Like, we all do really well with adequate water and vegetables and sleep and fruit and movement and love in our lives, right? We need these energies, we need these supports. But there's a lot that's really bio-individual, like a lot. Some people do well with higher, with more cooked foods or more fresh foods or higher protein or higher carbs or grains. This is all up for research in your own body. So you are sovereign, meaning it's your choice. You have your own agency, your own choice, you can choose to nourish yourself however you want, right? Like, get a little bit of that rebellious teenage girls energy going. Like, I can do whatever I want. I can choose to nourish myself however I want. You don't have to listen to anyone else. It's if this is best for you, that's it. So really, this is a really empowering reframe today, coming back into yourself. And if you are someone who doesn't feel like you can trust yourself or doesn't feel like you can trust your intuition or your body, there's probably a reason for that, right? Like, you definitely can, but you might have to heal some things internally to get to a point where you're really able to hear it and trust it again. And so that's also, part of my work. That's also part of what I help people do. Heal your gut, trust your gut. Hey Joan, it's good to see you. It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm back in South Florida. You can see it. You guys are probably starting to have pops of spring up there. That's awesome. So definitely watch from the beginning, Joan. If you guys are just joining, watch from the beginning. Our mantra today was a 2-parter. And I just kind of finished talking about the second part. So it is, I recognize the innate wisdom of the divine in me, and I'm sovereign to nourish my own unique body. So a really empowering statement today. I want you to sit with that, maybe journal it a little bit, see what comes up for you, repeat it after me. Like, with your voice, say it out loud and see how it feels. I recognize the innate wisdom of the divine in me, and I'm sovereign to nourish my own unique, bio-individual body. How does that feel when you say it out loud? So tomorrow I'm going to be back with another mantra, another reframe, and Friday we're going to dance it in. We're going to get the embodiment part of this all going, because I've been giving you these snippets, and this is all leading up to the embodiment game, which I've told you I was going to invite you to next week. So I'm giving you little tasters of how that is. Joan says chills. Yeah, awesome. It's a powerful one, and it's 2 parts, so it's like a double whammy there. If you let that sink in, if you sit with that, that can really be super powerful. It can be super transformative as well, to take back that sort of sovereignty around your choices and just recognize that you have that, right? So the embodiment game, you guys, you are invited to join me. You've been getting tasters this week of what next week is going to be all about. Actually, the following 2 weeks I'm running the embodiment game, and I haven't done it in a while, and I've been getting requests to do it again, because I used to do it a lot in 2018, I think, was when I released it, and maybe a little bit last year. I don't know if I ran it at all last year, but it's such a fun time. So the whole thing about the embodiment game is really support, right? you're rewiring your food and body beliefs with these types of nourishment reframes and intuitive eating mantras that I'm telling you, that I've created, but that we're kind of like letting it sink into our psyche and go to work there. We're asking questions and your psyche goes to work answering them, right? And then we're also, so we round robin and we talk about what each of these reframes brings up for us and our experiences, like in our past with disordered eating or nourishing ourselves or body image issues or whatever the case may be, right? So you get a nice circle. You get, it's this circle, it's this usually women's circle of people just of support, right? So it's kind of half class, half support group almost. And then we chant and like we say these reframes, we repeat them, and then we sing them. I've created a song for each of them because you know how as a child you get tunes stuck in your head. It's the same way. You want to get these positive affirmations kind of stuck in your heads, in your heart, and then we dance it. We dance it in to get it kind of stuck in our bodies, so to speak, right? You know how trauma gets stuck in your bodies. You want when we release trauma, you want something else in your body, right? You want that kind of energy to be coming up from within and to be fed from without as well. So, I've had people say this is like really new and radical way of thinking and things that they're hearing me say. And it might seem that way compared to where we are in human history right now. But in actuality, these are really ancient ideas that were always the way things were. This idea of being at battle with our bodies or our food is really a new way of thinking in human history. So for me, it's a really coming back to a real ancient knowing that we have within us, that we're just kind of activating and we're letting it come up. We're letting it come out. And we're letting that nourishment come up from within and kind of sloughing off the other cultural conditioning, letting that come up from within, trusting it, going forward, and also feeding it from the outside as well. So it's this idea of like on a cellular level, we are reframing these ideas. That makes sense? And the best part, this is only $8.80 a day, so $44 a week. So if you want to do it both weeks, you would just pick quantity 2, and you would go ahead and purchase it that way. Let me know what questions you guys have below. I will go ahead and answer you and support you in the comments. But let me know what's coming up for you with each day, like with with the reframes and affirmations I'm giving you. But we go deeper in the embodiment game. If you want to be part of that, let me know. I'll drop the link. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's like I have fun no matter what I do, but it's one of those ideas where we're really working play into the work, where play is the work, where work is the play, right? So let me know how that lands for you guys, and especially if you're new to me or if you've always thought you couldn't afford to work with me, this is a great way to be able to do that because it's only $44 a week. So all right, let me know what questions you guys have. Definitely go back and watch from the beginning if you're just joining. Amanda is sending you lots of love and sunshine today, and I will see you back tomorrow, midday EST, so around noonish. Tomorrow for our next nourishment reframe, and then Friday we're gonna dance it in. I will see you guys then. Bye.